Good morning, puppies. There's Zeppelin. Monty. Hey, Monty. Monty. As you can see, they were jumping over the wooden plank barriers. I've had to go back to the animal playpen, which looks a bit like a prison, but it really isn't. There you see, they've got, and there's Mommy watching them. Hey Sadie. I've also had to put up the bigger barrier to start limiting her access to the puppies, because they don't seem to want her, but she quite wants them. So I'm reducing her food and increasing their food. And there they've had their breakfast and they choose. Okay, let's see, Maisie. Hello, Maisie. Hello, little girl. Okay. And then back there we've got Zeppelin and Rory and Barney and Winston and Monty. Oops, sorry, stop watching the thing. Hey puppies. I'm going to try very hard to film outside today. At the moment it's a little awkward because my daughter's away. I do have my other daughter here, but she's more sleepy and less willing. And I can't really keep an eye on the puppies and film them. Usually because they're walking all over my feet and trying to chew my toes. And just generally being adorable. But I've made them a lovely playpen in the garden, a great big one. A little tray of water. This is where they're learning bite inhibition, which means when Winston over there bites Maisie and she yelps, he knows he's bitten too hard. It's turned from play into more serious. That means when your puppy comes home and grabs at your hands, they will be mouthing them rather than biting them. And a good idea, if that bothers you, is to always carry a toy in your hand. And the puppy will be chewing the toy instead of your fingers. Oh. Okay, we've got Monty here on the right. And then Winston chewing the toy. And then Maisie hassling with the green collar, hassling Barney with the blue collar. Rory doing his usual I'm going to sleep now in the middle there. And Zeppelin at the end, sniffing his new mummy's t-shirt and getting used to her smell. And this is all puppies. They're not just being cute, they're learning how to socialise with other dogs. And to like people. Puppy, puppy, puppies! Puppy, puppy, puppies! I said, what do you mean? We've had our breakfast. What do we need you for? Come on, puppies. Come on, Winston. Yay! Here they come. Hello, Maisie. Yeah, normally that brings them right over, but I think they're about to go back to sleep. Monty's just got his mummy's t-shirt on his face. Good. Enjoy the smell there, not Monty. Zeppelin. Sorry. Yeah, this is the part where I start getting a little tired because they woke me up at 5. I fed them and then I let Sadie top them up. And we were up again at 7. And they did their stuff and then I let them out and they raced all over the house, and 5 of them came into the front garden, kind of of their own free will, with Rory and Monty being the first, and then Maisie and Barney and Winston. And Zeppelin didn't quite make it. He thought the noise was a bit scary. But I think last time we went out he was scared by a motorbike coming past. But that's part of the point of going into the front, so they can get used to ignoring traffic noise. But I'm letting them do it in their own time. I could just put them in the cat carrier and take them out there. And I did once when they were littler, but they were a bit intimidated. So now I sit there, Sadie on my lap, and I've put a blanket over the 2 steps to help them get, help them be brave enough to get down. It's not that they can't get down, it's just that they're quite often not brave enough to make that leap off the little step. So the blanket helps them with that. And hint, if any of you need to teach your puppies to go downstairs, start off carrying your puppy down and putting it on the bottom step, so it only has to jump down 1 step. And then, when they're confident about that, you put them on the 2nd bottom step, and then they can jump down 2, and so on. Otherwise, it's not that your puppy can't go downstairs, it's just that it's really scary. And if you try descending stairs on all 4s, you'll see what they mean. Okay, and there's Sadie. She's eating a pork strip, dried pork ear strip thingy. She loves those. And you'll see here in the bowl, I've got 2 of those rawhide leather, not leather, but rawhide whatever, chews, and I've soaked them in water because the puppies, their front teeth are through and the back teeth are coming, but they're still covered in gum, so they haven't quite erupted. So of course they want to chew on everything, so I've given them something nice to chew on. Raw carrot also does a good job, but I think it's better to do that when you're supervising your puppy, in case they bite off a bit and then choke on it. Try and get the light from the other side. Sorry about the inexpert filming. Hello, babies. Okay, I'm now sitting in the window looking into the room. It's the day bed where I sleep when I've got puppies. And there's Sadie on the settee watching them. And there's the kitchen where all the food comes from, and the passage down which they go to get to the front garden. I think they're all falling asleep. I'm sorry if they look a bit foreshortened. If I go down to their level, I'll get the bars. If I'm up here, they look a bit spazzed because they've been taken from an odd angle. Oh, okay, that's Winston jumping on Rory. So already behaving like brothers. Can you see how the bite inhibition works? When Rory started whining, Winston backed off. So they're not trying to hurt each other, they're playing. And while they're playing, they're learning. There's Rory, in your typical Rory mode, has gone back to sleep. Monty's conked out. Winston's probably just going to fall asleep where he is. He's very chilled. And Maisie being Maisie. If there's ever anything going on, Maisie's generally in the centre of it. And Zeppelin over here tends to be the one who's still up and partying when everybody else is conked out. But then he also gets up later, so maybe he's a teenager in his mind. There they go. Little babies. This is where they will start eating my hands, and the filming from the nice angle doesn't really happen. Sorry, I'm really not a filmmaker. Okay, Zippy. Here you go.